People with sight loss are experts at navigating a world not designed for them. But in 2020, that world changed.
You must stay at home.
Suddenly, everything they relied on, from shop layouts being the same, to being able to touch their surroundings, or even asking for help, was no longer safe. Social distancing made life almost impossible. And yet, in the midst of a national crisis, they were forgotten by the public and the government. When Rnib were given a slot on Europe's biggest billboard, they needed an idea that would get noticed, even in a global pandemic.
Welcome back. Getting through lockdown has been hard for all of us, but for those of us who are blind and partially sighted, experiences like a trip to the shop, with everything that now entails, have become almost impossible.
These kind of problems are the focus of a new campaign by the Rnib. For the next week, they've taken over the famous billboards in Piccadilly Circus, turning the adverts upside down.
We teamed up with some of the world's biggest brands, each donating for a slot on the billboard, raising £80,000 before the campaign had launched. Even brands who weren't on the billboard started getting involved, and soon everyone was turning social media upside down.
Social distancing has kind of turned our world upside down.
Imagine not being able to see the one-way signs in supermarkets.
We trended on Twitter, got discussed in the press and on primetime news. It put the needs of people with sight loss on the agenda for politicians, becoming the most used hashtag by MPs that week. World Upside Down hit 6.4 million searches and reached 77% of the UK population. It got brands like IKEA and P&G to commit to sight loss training for their entire workforce, and even led to the government changing its policy so people with sight loss could be guided by members outside their household again. But most importantly, we started to turn the world the right way up for the sight loss community.